How to launch TikTok ads for business using in-feed, Spark ads, and customer lists. In this video, we're going to go through how to set up and launch a TikTok ads campaign from start to finish using the minimum possible spend for the maximum possible efficiency. I'll even show you some of the interactions I've had with the TikTok customer service reps, so make sure you watch this video until the end. You can follow along as we go through setting up your account, the different ad types that TikTok has to offer, how to create customer lists and enhance your targetings, and how to set up a campaign that will work best for your business. Our objective is for you to experiment with the TikTok ads capabilities, start getting familiar with the platform, and even generate profit for your business. If you have questions for TikTok ads, let us know in the comment section down below and we'll try to answer them as fast as possible. Before we start, please like this video and subscribe to the Acadium YouTube channel. Acadium helps connect businesses to trained interns and freelancers so that businesses can outsource things like social media, email marketing, or even TikTok ads affordably without the hassle of hiring a temporary intern. This video has timestamps in the description, so feel free to jump ahead if you want to go to a specific part in this video. Why TikTok ads? Growth and engagement. TikTok is growing fast and it's just getting started. It was the most downloaded app in 2020 and went from 800 million active users to 1.2 billion in 2021. So that's 63% year-over-year user growth. For comparison, Instagram users will grow approximately 23% year-over-year in that same time frame. As of January 2021, TikTok has 128 million in user spending, a 380% increase from January 2020, meaning that it's increasing 4x. TikTok is actually ranked as the second biggest app in consumer spend above YouTube, Disney, and Netflix. TikTok generates the highest engagement of any app. For example, micro-influencers with under 1,000 followers have an average engagement rate of 9.38 compared to 7.2 on Instagram and a measly 1.4 on Twitter. TikTok ad structure. So this is how we're going to structure our TikTok ads campaign. So first of all, we have TikTok Ads Manager at the top where you manage your TikTok advertising account. Then we have our ad campaign, that's the budget and campaign objectives, say traffic, app downloads, conversions. Then we have our ad group, that's gonna be audience targeting, goals, ad schedule, and bid strategy. Ad creative, so that's TikTok ads creative, the video, the copy, the CTAs. And then finally, that directs us to our landing page where we're sending our customers to. This is the structure that your ad campaigns will have on TikTok. You have the ad manager at the top. You can create one or multiple campaigns. Each campaign have one or more ad groups testing different strategies for audiences. And then the ad group will have one or more ads. TikTok advertising formats. TikTok offers multiple ad formats so that you can determine the one that's best for your campaign depending on your business size and objectives. All the ads have a CTA and button so that you can click so that the user can be directed towards your landing page, app download, or TikTok account. If you're not sure what ad is best for you, feel free to ask us in the comment section down below or reach out to TikTok business support, although you'll see our interactions with the support at the end. In-feed ads. These are the most common and easiest ads to set up. The videos can be up to 60 seconds, but 15 seconds is the ideal length. They just appear as the user scrolls down and they have the same interface as organic posts. Top view, this is an ad that appears at the top of the For You page. The video can also be up to 60 seconds long and guarantees a wide range of reach and a high number of impressions. This is great for brand awareness as there's no other competing content on the page to capture the user's attention. Brand takeover, this is premium ad space for large brands looking for maximum exposure, but it will have a big price tag. You have high impact ads that are 3 to 5 seconds long and they appear as the first thing that the user gets when he opens TikTok. It also means that the brand will have 100% of the share of voice for that day, so users will only see ads for that brand on that particular day. Branded hashtag challenge is a variation of the takeover where you have in-feed placements, a banner for your brand on the discovery page, and a hashtag challenge that encourages users to create content in your trend. Branded effects enable brands to create shareable branded stickers, filters, and effects that users can use in their own video content. Spark ads are a native in-feed ad option that is boosting a post that is already on TikTok with the permission of the creator. It has a better ad experience because it comes through the content on the creator's page and works almost identically as an organic TikTok post, except that you have the CTA button. For this tutorial, we're gonna create in-feed ads and Spark ads because those are the most suitable for small and medium growing companies like Acadium. They have flexible objectives. For example, at Acadium, we use them to help businesses find marketing talent on any budget fully remote. We also use TikTok ads to help students get free digital marketing courses and training available on acadium.com. Create a TikTok business account. So to create a TikTok ads account, go to tiktok.com/business. Click on Start Now. Fill out your email and get the verification code that they send you. Don't forget to click on the agree to the terms of service, and mostly uncheck the TikTok will send you messages down below. Next, you need to fill out all this business info. Check this, read the terms of service if you need to, and click on register. Here, you'll have more info that you need to fill out, but mostly you need to select automatic payments. Manual just means that you will need to top up every time you spend. Unless you have a specific use case where you would need that, I would just do automatic payments so that your ads don't randomly shut off if you finish your balance. And that's it, we're on Ads Manager. The first thing we're going to do is setting up a pixel by clicking on Assets and Events. This is really important for your ad campaign, and you're going to need it to create customer lists that we're getting to. A pixel is a piece of code that you can place into the header of your website to track events back into TikTok ads. For example, if you want to be able to see if someone that clicked on your ad went to the website to buy a product, or in our case, signed up for Acadium, a pixel would show you which ad they clicked on and how much it costs for you to get that conversion. You want to click Create Pixel, name your pixel. I'm going to do student signups. And so if you're using Shopify or Google Tag Manager, you can click here and it will give you the next steps. Or if you're installing it manually, which is what I'm going to do because I just want to place a piece of code onto my website, just click manually install pixel code. Next, we're going to do standard mode. Developer mode means that you need to write code for the actual event, so you probably don't need that. So once we've clicked on the standard, you can see that this is the universal tag that we're going to add into the header of your page so that we can make sure that we're tracking the activity on all pages on the website. Pixel setup. I'll show you how to do this on my old WordPress website. You go to theme editor, find the theme header, click on that, then find this /head text and enter right before it. Paste the TikTok pixel there and update the file. Keep in mind that this is the quick and dirty way of doing this. The pixel will disappear the minute I update this theme or WordPress. Technically, you should add it to a child theme that you created or use a plugin that manages pixels. If you want to see more videos on how to add pixels, let me know in the comment section down below. Here you can see it's installed properly. Next, we click Complete and Set Up Rules. This is the actual event that we're tracking, so this part is very important. Here we can see the two types of events that you can set up. URL event is if you have a thank you page or a redirect page after the customer makes an action on your website. You will just type in the end of that specific URL there. The other is if the user clicks on a specific button on your page. That's what we're going to choose. Here you get a cool interface where you can paste your website URL where you want to track your conversions. I only have 2 buttons on that website, so I'll add a conversion here. Click here, confirm, add this element. Now you can see that clicking on the menu will trigger that event. You can create more than one event that are independent of each other. Just click on add web element and add another. Make sure that you name them so that you know what they are. So let's say this is a form and this one someone will click on to subscribe. And this one will be if someone clicks on a button that led to a purchase, for example. Now that we have those 2 events set up, we can click Complete Setup. And there you go, you can see that it is automatically pulling page views already. Attributed events are the ones that are only from the ads. Now we can go to creating our campaign. Campaign goals. To create our campaign, first make sure you're in the custom mode for this. The simplified mode is limited in features and mostly for extreme beginners. The first thing we're going to need to decide is the goal of our campaign. As you can see, there are many different types of objectives available that will determine how your target audience interacts with your ads. For example, reach is upper funnel and will show the ad to a lot of people, but you might not get that many clicks. You can use this to build a brand name and let people know that you exist. Traffic, app installs, video views, lead gen, community interaction is medium funnel. You're nurturing your audience and building your brand. You will get some website traffic, but maybe those people aren't ready to convert yet. Conversions is lower funnel, meaning that the people are searching for a product and are ready to buy. This will often be the most relevant if you're a small business because you want results now. For example, if you have an e-commerce store, you probably have a product that you're trying to sell, so conversions is what you want. Start off by naming your campaign with something memorable. Next, we're going to keep this off. We're only launching 1 ad group, and this feature is for if you're trying to equally test your ad groups. Campaign budget optimizations. We're going to keep this off for now, but if you technically wanted to optimize your budgets per ad group to favor the better performing ad groups, this is how you would do it. Finally, we're going to add our budget. You can leave this on no limit if you have no time constraints. Since we're adding a daily limit at the ad group level, it will automatically only spend the maximum daily limit anyway. As I presented this as a month-long test, and the minimum daily spend is $20, I'm going to make this $620, which is $20 daily spend for 31 days. Then we click continue. Ad group settings. Now we're building our ad group, which is the targeting aspect of our campaign. Let's start by naming our ad group. I'm going to call this one Student SU Lowest Cost because we're going to use the lowest cost bidding strategy for this ad group. Moving on here, we can select TikTok Pixel because we would like to optimize towards that. I can only choose one event per ad group. If you're doing e-commerce, look into this TikTok Instant page. It's essentially a purchase shortcut to skip the user going to your website where TikTok creates their own fast loading landing page. We're not going to click that though because we're looking for signups here. Moving forward to placements. Here, make sure to click select placements. Uncheck Newsfeed App Series and Pangle. These are TikTok partners. We just want our ads on TikTok, so we don't need these. I like to leave user comment and video download because it encourages engagement with your video, and if someone downloads it, they will likely share it with their friends. Automatic creative optimization. If you want to test multiple text creatives in, you can switch this on. However, it is incompatible with Spark Ads. Next, we're going to do our targeting. This is where we would do the audience lists. I'm going to show you how to create them later, so skip ahead if you want to do those now, or just follow along and come back to them later. Here we can add our location. Now, depending on our product, shipping, business, legality, you may not want to add all locations for this. Acadium only operates in the US and Canada, so I'm going to add those, but if your business is international, you can leave this blank. Gender and age. Unless you have the data or you want to restrict your audience, I would leave these blank. If you have never run ads before, it's fine to leave all these settings for these, and that way once you get your analytics running, you can decide whether you want to restrict your audience further using specific age or gender. However, I will add my language here as I do need people that are speaking English fluently for Acadium, and so there's no point in showing the ads to people who speak different languages. By the way, you can click on targeting summary here and watch your audience size to check your work and to make sure that you're not restricting too much. For example, here you can see that if I limit the age too much, the audience becomes narrow and we probably won't get that many clicks. You want to keep your audience at least balanced so that your ads spend. Otherwise, you can make it narrow and edit it in the future to make it more broad if you're getting too few clicks. Interests and behaviors. Again, if you have no previous data for this, you can leave it blank, but in my case, I'm going to target education. There are tons of other interests available, so you can pick the ones that work best for your business. Behavior. This is how people that you're targeting have behaved on TikTok. For Acadium, we're looking for businesses and students that are avid social media users, so we're going to select all of these. Keep in mind that a TikTok video is 16 seconds long, so if the target people who haven't watched a 16-second long video, they're probably not on TikTok much or have a very low focus time. You can then select what kind of content they have engaged with. I'm going to put education here because I want users that consume and share educational content. Here you can be more specific if you like. I'm going to keep it broad at 15 days. If you want a more fresh audience, you can choose 7 days, but just to make sure my audience is still broad, I'm going to click on 15. The idea here is that if people have engaged with similar content in the past, they're more likely to do it again. That's why I'm selecting these settings.
This is more of the same. We're going to target people that have followed and viewed the profile of creators in our chosen niche. Notice that it says or, meaning that they could have done any 3 of these behaviors to be in our targeted audience list.
Moving on to picking your device. This might be relevant for your landing page if your website requires a lot of internet to load. A clever trick here is also if you want to target rich people, you can add the price of their device. So say if you only want your audience that has an iPhone 13 Pro X, this is what you would choose. Targeting expansion. We can leave this unchecked. This will automatically broaden the audience beyond what we have selected, which is what TikTok thinks is relevant. Budget and schedule. Here we can determine how much we want to spend for this ad group. I'm going to make this $20 a day, which is the minimum to keep the campaigns running for those 31 days. You can set a start and end date if you don't want to manually activate and turn off the ads. You can also select a specific time that you want your campaigns to run. If you have past data that shows when your user is most likely to convert, then put that there. I'm going to leave this on all day. Bidding and optimizations. Here, I'm going to make this the lowest cost because I want to see how low TikTok can get me a sign up for. However, if you have a break-even point that would make your ads not profitable, you can use that cost cap and add the CPA target there. You can also click adopt here on their suggested CPA, which is what lowest cost will probably end up being. Now you're done with the TikTok ads group, you can double check that everything looks good and move on to the ads by clicking next. Ad creatives. We're going to start by creating in-feed native ads. You can change your ad name to something memorable. For the native ads, you don't need a TikTok account. You can set a custom entity and create a temporary profile that will display the username and image that you choose. You can create it if you haven't already just by adding a name and image. Then we go on to our selecting our assets. Here you would have to upload the assets from your computer. Mine are already there, so I'm just going to select them. I can choose this thumbnail that I think will work best for this video. Then we can add some headline text and allow it to try different headlines with the creatives. Here I have 5 creatives with 3 different videos, so we'll have 15 different variations of the ads. We can add the URL with the UTM if you're tracking in Google Analytics, and you should be good to submit. All your ad variations will appear here and you will be able to monitor the spend and performance. Spark ads. Spark ads are a little different to in-feed ads because your creative is already on TikTok. Here you need to select use TikTok account to deliver Spark ads. Next, if your account is connected to that TikTok account, you can connect through this. Mine is not, so it's giving me this unable to link window. Instead, I'm going to go to use other authorized account or post. This shows you how to authorize the post. You need to tell the influencer that is doing your ad to follow these steps to get the TikTok code. First, go to your profile, settings and privacy. Privacy, check ad settings that you can manage videos under ad settings. Then go back to your page and find the ad that you want to promote. Make sure that your video is following the TikTok ad guidelines. Go to the video 3 dots, scroll down to ad settings, tick the advertising terms and check the ad authorization. Click OK to generate the code. The authorization period is the duration that you'll leave it for how long you want the ad to run for. Then click generate the code and send it to yourself. Paste the code and you'll be able to see the post that you're trying to promote. Click confirm and you're ready to move forwards. If you have more than one post, you can repeat this process and click collection ads. Then upload the creatives and select the one that you've just added through the Spark ads. The text is already on the video, so you can't click that. However, you can select a different CTA button. Next, input your URL and check the terms of service. And you're done, you can launch your ads. Customer lists. Customer lists are still a relatively new feature on TikTok, so don't be alarmed if there are some issues or it has some bugs. It also needs a couple days with your pixel to create these, so you might want to come back for these when you're making a second campaign. Here we're going to create a lookalike audience based on the current landing page visitors and conversions. Go to custom audience, website traffic, click the button and select people that have already signed up using the pixel that we created. You can leave this for 30 days or increase it if you think that you won't have much volume. You can broaden or narrow your audience by including or excluding more characteristics of the website visitor like this. However, I'm just going to leave it as this is and call it signed up and enable auto refresh so that it's always looking for 180 days back from today. This will load as it goes to pull data from your website. I got this permission error here, refreshed, and then it worked. However, it says unavailable because the list is new and there are also very few visitors on the website that I connected to this ad campaign. Once you have that, we can create audience again and then click lookalike. Here you would add in the audience that you just created. Then omit or contain, so this depends on your product and strategy. If you want to only target the lookalike because people have already signed up, for example, you would leave omit source. It's like a negative audience. If you're doing remarketing and you want to keep targeting the same users, you can do contain. For example, if you have a good repeat purchases. I'm going to leave this as omit because I want only new users. I'm going to leave system all as it doesn't matter to me what device they're using. Again, this is up to your past data. Make sure your placement is just on TikTok, not on the third-party apps. I'm going to further restrict this location to Canada and US because that's where Acadium operates. Now, narrow, balanced, or broad, I'm leaving this as balanced. It's basically saying how aggressive do you want to find the lookalike audience. If you want people very similar, you can put narrow. Otherwise, if you want to experiment, put more broad. I'm going to leave it as balanced, so it's in the middle. There are other ways that you can make a custom audience. One is based on the Google Ads ID GAID file. You have to connect to the Google Ads API to get this. You will see how in my messages with the TikTok customer support. You can also create an audience based on app activity if you have an app, for example, where you can target solely people that have downloaded your app and performed in-app events. It's the same as the previous method where you can add more segmenting options based on your pixels. Once you created that, you can go back into your ad group build. As I said, it takes some time for TikTok to populate your users list, so you might do this as a second campaign when you have a better idea of your TikTok ads performance and objectives. You would need to add them here and include the lookalike audience and potentially exclude the existing users one. Customer service. As the TikTok ads platform is still relatively new, I have messaged the customer service reps quite a bit. They were helpful, although limited in expertise. For example, this is how I learned that you get the GAID for your customer lists based on Google Ads API. You would need to go to the Google Ads API and select customer list that you're trying to target. You can also see here that although they were answering quite slowly, it seems like they are limited in capabilities. Here I messaged them as I had no answers and the support rep told me just to wait for the other agent. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any questions for this video. Don't forget to sign up to Acadium.com if you're a business and you're looking for affordable marketing help, or if you're a student and you're trying to get internship experience.